1055, and we are here live in Southwest Florida at the beach. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting today. Let me know if you have questions for me. And I will wait a few minutes before beginning to give everybody an opportunity to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. If you are new here, welcome. If you are inclined to join the live as it's scheduled up to 30 minutes before I actually go live, you can join in the pre-chat, which is where everybody else who's waiting for the show to begin can chat. The chat is open 30 minutes before I go live, so it's kind of fun. I know a lot of people have made great friends there, and that's one of the reasons why I created the forums on my website, so that you can keep the party going throughout the day. When you make friends here, you can join them for 100% private chatting on my website, and there is direct messaging there as well, including with the forums. Let's see, happy Friday, yes. So we have, let's see, hi Lisa and Nancy, Yana, Steffi, Val, Thea, Lily, Judy, Nancy, Angela, Joe, Margaret, Rennie. I think I got everybody so far. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're having a great day so far. I came up with a new way to wrap my hair in a scarf today, and I'm super excited about it. Hi, Lori. If you're familiar with the way you place a halo hair extension, a halo hair extension is the hair that comes on like a monofilament line, and what you do is you scoop a section of the crown of your head and you pull it to the top of your head. Put the bandana, I take the scarf and wrap it around your head then, and then pull all that hair back down so that the scarf is like halfway down my head. I'll show you how to do it another day, but if you're familiar with where you place a halo hair extension, that was my inspiration for how to tie this. And I think it makes my hair look fuller. I don't know about you, but you know how sensitive I am about my thinning baby fine hair to begin with, and so I think this might be a way to give it a little oomph. Hi Joan and Judy, Rennie, Nancy, Karen, thanks Lisa, thank you. All right, so couple quick reminders. I tried to bring my iPad down here today, but I wasn't charged, boo. So it's on the charger now. I wanted a separate device with me today. Hi Clara. I wanted a separate device here with me today so I could share with you how many different patterns there are in that crochet bundle, and how large the size range is on all of the garments that are included too. Like, there really is a large selection of types of projects, and for the garments, truly sized. But if you follow the link to check out the bundle, you can see it all there. I was just going to read them to you this morning because I thought it was really interesting. If you've seen my photo collages with very small pictures of each item, but if you actually follow the link to the bundle, that's 90% off. Today's the last day, by the way. You can see better photos of all 40 patterns you get, plus a detailed description of what each one is, including the size range that's involved on the size project. So it's really quite a deal, and you're entered to win prizes every day. The big major prize will be awarded at the end of today, and there's also some bonus PDFs that you get as well. So and like I said, it's $90. It's 90% off. It's $200 worth of patterns for $19.99. Really quite a deal, and introduce you to some new designers as well. There's 40 different designers, 40 different patterns involved, and it's always good to see what else is out there and figure out different styles that you might like. There's small things, large things, things for gifts, things for donation, lots of great opportunities there. So Judy has shared the link. If you want to see all the details of what's included, it's on that link. Hi Edna, good morning. Hi Marianne, Carrie, Clara. All right, so we're done with that. What else are they going to do? Oh, if you wouldn't mind indulging me, I have a favor to ask of you guys this morning, and I'll tell you the backstory first, and then hopefully you guys will say yes. So, I don't know if you're aware of this, but it has been a dream of mine since a little girl to be an author. And my dream was always to be, you know, a traditional author who wrote books of just written word, not instructional books, not technical books, not picture books, but actual stories, novels. And I've wanted to write them for a bunch of different reasons and a bunch of different subject matter. And I have to tell you, I have been paralyzed by fear for many, many years, and I've yet to finish an entire book. I've written lots of short stories, have not published them ever, and I'm constantly working on narratives in my head. It's been an absolute dream of mine forever. Forever, forever. And even as someone in the crochet industry for so many years, and the knitting industry and the yarn industry for so many years, I've also dreamed of, you know, incorporating a little bit of that in the stories. Maybe writing, you know, murder mysteries from a crochet perspective, or romance novels from a knitter crochet perspective, or adventure stories. Like, I've thought about so many different ways to do it. I've even thought about doing it anonymously. I don't know, I've been thinking about it forever. And one of the things that I think helps you to get over your fear, number one, is to just do it, right? But even before that, like, people say that to you all the time whenever you want to improve on something, like, well, just do it, just do it. Just stop, get outside your head and just do it, right? And that is great advice, except when you're paralyzed in fear. And when you're paralyzed in fear, that doesn't always help. So I have an idea this morning, and if you'll indulge me, I want to make a small version of that dream come true for myself. And I thought, if I had an actual novel that I was launching, we would be doing a book reading, right? And I would be reading an excerpt from the book. So, in order to make that part of the dream come true, I could read the introduction to you this morning from Crochet Power, and we can call it the book reading. The excerpt that I read from a book reading before a book signing party. And since I'm signing books all day today, because I'm still working on pre-orders, it kind of goes along with what would be part of a book signing event. It's not the same, but again, I'm trying to build momentum and manifest my dreams coming true. And if you'll indulge me, let's read the introduction together. So I'll wait until I get at least a couple of yeses, and I'll read the introduction to you. Hi, Frog. All right, I see one yes, I see two yeses. I will go with two yeses, so thank you. I see a third yes and a fourth yes. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for indulging me. Okay, so this is my brand new book, Book 21, Crochet Power, Making Stitch Patterns Work for You. I'm so incredibly proud of this book. I have been working on this, book for years, conceptually working on it for years, and I'm so proud of it. And I will give you a little sneak peek today. This is going to be the first book in the Crochet Power series. I've decided that Crochet Power needs to be an entire volume of books, like an encyclopedia back when I was growing up. It's very important to me to continue this in a bunch of directions. And I'm not going to tell you any more than that, other than to say that Book 22, which will be the second book in the Crochet Power series, has begun. I'm working on Chapter 4 right now, so boom. Anyway, allow me to read an excerpt from my newest book for you, and it's the introduction. Okay, I wrote this book for me. Well, the beginner crocheter me anyway. I remember that when I first learned to crochet, I was so excited to create everything and anything, but didn't know where to begin. How I would have loved to have a stitch reference book that could teach me not only how to crochet beautiful stitch patterns, but also transform beautiful stitch patterns in so many ways. In this book, each stitch pattern is interpreted 4 different ways for unlimited possibilities for exploration. Each stitch pattern is shown even in rows, even in rounds, increase in rows, and increase in rounds. Each stitch pattern includes charts as well as written instructions for every adaptation of the pattern stitches, along with repeat information for you to explore beyond the written words and charts. Use the even and rows section to create any sized two-dimensional fabric from a scarf, placemat, or afghan to any other flat fabric. When working in rows, always turn your work at the end of every row unless otherwise stated. Use the even and round section to create any sized three-dimensional tube fabric, sleeves, cowls, skirts, hats, bags, or other tubular fabric. When working in rounds, do not turn your work at the end of each round unless otherwise stated. Use the increase in rows section to create any top-down growing fabric with any number of repeats to create top-down triangular shawls with 2 repeats, top-down half hexagon shawls 3 repeats, or top-down capes or capelets with 4 repeats. When working in rows, always turn your work at the end of every row unless otherwise stated. Use the increase in round section to create any increase fabric from the center out. Make a square motif, shawl, or baby blanket with 4 repeats. Make a hexagon-shaped motif, shawl, or afghan with 6 repeats. Or make an octagon-shaped motif, shawl, or baby blanket with 8 repeats. When working in rounds, do not turn your work at the end of each round unless otherwise stated. With this book, it is my dream to empower you to get the very most out of every stitch pattern and gain the skills and confidence to make anything you want to make with your crochet hook and yarn. Learning is such a personal experience, and each of us learns in a unique way. Please enjoy my written instructions, charts, and the supplemental video tutorials on my website to enhance your experience. This entire book is printed in larger font to make reading it as simple and easy as possible. I am so excited to share Crochet Power with you. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Hey, thank you so much for letting me read that to you. I am so excited for you to get your hands on this. So excited. Yes, all of the books that I have independently published have been in 14-point font, so that would start with Motif Magic and working your way up. If you want, I can keep going for a minute and show you all of the incredibly helpful additional information that's in the front matter of the book before we even get started on the stitch patterns. So, how to read crochet patterns, how to read crochet charts, how to measure and achieve gauge, what's important about gauge, how to properly weave in your ends, how to block, different types of blocking, shaping and drying, yarn substitution, approximate yardage for different types of projects. So like when you're in fingering weight yarn, there are ranges for how many yards you would need for a hat, a scarf, a shawl, adult sweater, and afghan. And then those same estimates are also available for sport, number 2 sport weight, number 3 DK, number 4 worsted, and number 5 bulky. That chart alone is something extremely important to keep in mind. Then how to get different weights of yarn by doubling different yarns. So lace weight doubled equals fingering, DK doubled equals worsted, and so on and so forth. Then there's a whole chart here on hat circumferences. So what size hat, what sizes you would need for a preemie hat through adult large. So really great reference material there. How to modify a pattern, how to use this book, and then hundreds of dimensions available here for making different projects in the 4 different construction styles. So working even in rows, you've got dimensions here for washcloths, a ton of different blanket sizes from a lovey, security, stroller, and receiving, not just baby blanket, but all the different ones, through king size and California king size. Then a kitchen section for tea towels, hand towels, rugs, floor runners, and all the various sizes you would need. That's all just for working even in rows. Then we go on to working even in rounds for tubular fabric, and then it gives you different dimensions for different sizes of cowls. I lost my, oh wait a second, there was more for even in rows, I knew there was. So different scarves from skinny scarf to the length for 5 years old, the length for 8 years old, 11 years old, preteen, small woman, medium woman, large woman, small man, medium man, large man. Those are all the dimensions just for scarves. So you could take any of the stitch patterns, work even in rows, not just the stitch patterns in here. Once you learn the stitch patterns anywhere, and you've got the dimensions to do all those different types of scarves without a pattern, just enjoying your own creative exploration. Then working even in rounds is the tubular fabric, so it gives you a bunch of different sizes for different cowls, and then all of those hat charts is what all those dimensions on the hat chart as well. Then increasing in rows, which is top-down increasing like with shawls. It's a bunch of different shawl sizes. Then working increase in rounds, so like for making square motifs and the different shapes like we mentioned. That's earrings, coasters, dishcloth, bag, and then rug sizes and square shawl sizes as well. So just so much information, and that's just all before the stitch patterns begin. And then we start with the stitch patterns, and they're separated into 3 different chapters. The first chapter is more of the simpler stitch patterns, so like doing all single crochet, but don't think that that's boring, because yes, if I was just showing you how to work it even in rows and single crochet, that's a little simple. I get that. But then how to do it even in rounds, how to do a top-down increasing in a single crochet, and then how to do an increasing in the round for squares and hexagons in single crochet. Why is that important? Who wouldn't love to just do a Zen shawl in single crochet, or a Zen square blanket for a baby? Do a simple one in single crochet and then put a gorgeous edging on it. Like, there's lots of reasons to use simple stitches too. Like, you could really just go on and exploring all of your different yarns and your hooks just with that single crochet. Because here's the thing, then let's talk about gauge, and let's talk about different yarns and how they look with a tight crochet hook gauge and a loose crochet hook gauge. Over the years, I've done a lot of beautiful garments and shawls simply using single crochet and a way larger hook than was necessary to get a lacy effect without having to do a single lace stitch. Sometimes you get a lacy effect just by going super loose in your gauge. So don't discredit the simple single crochet. Honestly, you can explore. There's so many variables when you are. There are just so many variables when you are being creative. Whether you're focusing on color, fiber content, the texture of your yarn, the gauge with whatever size hook you're using. That's before you even start thinking about stitch patterns, right? It's just, there are unlimited possibilities, and I am just hoping that with a book like this in your repertoire, it will help you to explore more of those possibilities. I am so excited for you to get this, and I know that it's a lot of information and it might seem overwhelming, especially the way I talk about it and stuff, because there's so much to say. But I'm hoping that once you get the book and take your time with it and read over it, I'm hoping that eventually you will see. I'm hoping that you will see that there is just unlimited possibilities with this book, and so many ways that you can learn and explore on your own and just empower your creative spirit. Like, it's super fun to follow patterns too. I'm not saying it isn't. And I never suggest something to you saying that do this instead of that. All I want to do is give you more options, right? So you can follow patterns, but you can also explore and be creative on your own without patterns too. There's a time and a place for everything. Does anybody have any questions? I'm losing my voice today. I don't know if the red tide has started, or if I'm having such a terrible allergy season this year. I have had multiple eye problems with allergies, multiple skin problems with allergies, sneezing, itchy, watery eyes. I still have burns on my lower eyelids and my upper eyelids from being allergic to makeup a couple weeks ago. Anyway, but my voice is going today because now I've been sneezing so much that I've got post-nasal drip going down my throat too. Yay. So sorry, my voice is going. It sounds like it's still here, but little gravelly today. I am using allergy eye drops, Lisa. That has helped me tremendously. Oh, the pre-order sale for Crochet Power is going, even though I'm starting to ship books now, it's going to last until June 15th. So you have until June 15th to order the paperback copy on my website and get the free ebook, $12.99 value. When after June 15th, it's going to go back to a la carte. You can order the book by itself, you can order the ebook by itself, you can order both on Amazon now and anytime. Yeah, you can order it anywhere, but if you want that free ebook discount, that's only available through my website through June 15th. So I said it was going to be until I started shipping, but I decided to let it go for, even though the books came in quicker than I anticipated, I want to keep the promotion going till June 15th, just to make sure everybody has a chance to get their discount. All right. Hi, Designed by a Hook. Good to see you. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Dawn. Thank you to whoever said they liked my hair. I tried something different with my scarf today. I did not bring a hairbrush with me, and I'm still having a hard time looking graceful doing my hair because of my wrist guard. So if you want me to show you a tutorial, I absolutely will when I'm feeling better. But in the meantime, if you are familiar with Halo hair extensions, the one that comes on a headband, all I did was scoop a top section from my crown, leaving this hair and a little bit along the bottom down, pulled that all up in a ponytail, wrapped the scarf, and then dropped that top piece of hair on top of the scarf. I feel like it gave me a lot more volume. My hair looks bigger than I feel like my hair looks fuller than normal this way. So I'm super excited, which means you better be sure I'm going to wear it again. And as soon as I can, I will show you a tutorial. Somebody asked if I'm wearing a dress today. Yes, I'm wearing one of my favorite dresses because it's so easy and feels like pajamas. I'm wearing this dress. It has a cutout right here. It has really nice pockets. The buttons are fake. I think the length is wonderful. What's interesting about these pockets is if you've bought this type of dress before with pockets, you know sometimes the pockets are really ill-placed and add bulk to your hips. This one does not. You'll notice that. You didn't even know I had pockets till I pointed them out, right? I think that's really cool. And this dress is right out of the dryer, and as you can see, it's not wrinkled. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. So it's super cool, super cute. The cutout is something to get used to. I was afraid that I was going to get bashed on YouTube the first time I wore it because you never know. And a bunch of you said you liked it and were not offended by the cutout, so I decided to wear it more often. And I've worn it out in public since too, and I totally got over that fear, and it is now one of my favorite dresses to wear. I do not wear a bra with it. I ordered size large. What else? And it's not tight on me at all. It's just comfortable on. I absolutely love it. It does have adjustable capabilities with the straps as well. It's not expensive. It comes in a bunch of colors, and you can find it in my Amazon shop. Do I put most of my clothes in the dryer, Carrie? It depends. It depends. On a good day, if I'm really well organized, and I have the space, I do like to dry certain things, air dry. Things that I would have to iron, I don't always dry because the iron, it depends. But like a lot of my dresses, I do not put in the dryer. So like, that white with the black polka dot dress that I wore last week, that one doesn't go in the dryer. But this is t-shirt material, so t-shirt material that would need ironing, no, I'd rather put that in the dryer. It depends on the fabric, but I do dry a lot of things naturally. I hand wash a lot of things too. Well, I have laundry bags on Amazon. I am not selling physical products like that anymore at all, Karen. I don't have the space for it. I do have laundry bag suggestions in my Amazon shop if you're looking for laundry bags though. And I have an amazing laundry bag that I want to share with you soon. It is a way to, a hand washing laundry bag, and I will be showing you demos. It is by far the best way to hand wash your clothes. But again, I'm just still waiting to get better to show you more demo stuff. But if you're excited to see it now, it is in my Amazon shop in the RV list, since a lot of the things that I do now are out of an RV. So a lot of my lifestyle stuff I keep right in the RV folder, because everything I do is from there. So whether it's washing or cleaning or organizing, so you'll find a lot of those things in my RV list. Does anybody have any questions in general about the Amazon shop? Is it hard to navigate? Should I come up with some more folders and like separate things out better? It's, it's been a work in progress over many years. I've thought about creating a separate one for Bjorn, since I know some people would like to see what kind of cat stuff he has, but I don't know, in general I have fashion, beauty, RV life, cooking, things like that. And if anybody has any questions, is the Audi still there? I don't know, Karen, are you talking about the Amazon shop? Yeah, you can go to my Amazon shop and go to the knitting and crochet section. You can find all sorts of tools that I use there. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Excuse me. All right, I think I missed another question. When will the new Knit and Crochet Now season be airing? They usually start in September, August, September. If I hear anything ahead of that, I'll definitely let you know. In the past, I have not always received information up front. I made the shade for my phone and then forgot to put it in front of the phone. That wasn't very smart. Yeah, I did take some I haven't been taking it consistently. I should be. Thank you, Carrie. All right, any other questions? God, I haven't been excited about my hair being down in so long. This has been such an exciting hair moment for me today. I feel like I have real hair today. Do you know that feeling? How sometimes you're ashamed of your hair, or you think, oh, it looks so bad, maybe I should cut it all off. I've been going back and forth with that. Like when I wear it down, it feels so limp and boring, but I don't know, today it feels so much, it feels full of life. I'm excited. I'm excited to have a good hair day. All right, well, if nobody has any other questions, how about, oh, no, let's do our 30 seconds first. All right, I'm going to close my eyes and count to 30. If you feel comfortable and safe and that you can trust me, close your eyes with me. I won't leave you hanging. As soon as I'm done counting in my head, I will let you know when I'm opening my eyes. I'm going to count to roughly 30, starting now. Okay, I counted a little over 30. Hopefully that's about right. How did that feel? Did you enjoy that? I enjoyed it. I thought that was very nice. The waves participated very well in our relaxation technique. Thank you, waves. Thank you, Mother Nature, for providing all of this. My goodness, what a beautiful scene today. Oh, how beautiful. All right, let's pick a quote. We've got a minute to go. Let's randomly pick a quote. This is from Create, Share, Inspire Notebook, Volume 1, Issue 1. This quote is from Aristotle. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Yes. Enjoying what you do makes all the difference in the world. You know, there's another quote where they say, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I'm not 100% on board with that, but it is a good start. It is a good start. But this one I love, from thank you, Aristotle. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. And we're not looking for machine perfection, we're looking for human perfection. And I gotta tell you, there's a difference. That word perfection can be loosely interpreted to be meaning full of heart as well, in my opinion. At least that's the way I go with that one. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed the beach, the sunrise, the scenery, the sound of the waves, indulging me with doing a book reading, chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody. A great weekend. Let's try to make a little self-time for ourselves this weekend. I don't even know what. Maybe even just stay in bed and read for an extra hour in the morning. That sounds like heaven to me right now. Anyway, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.